Welcome back, everybody. We've made some really good progress on the Tioga. And it's going to be nice this weekend. I think Saturday, Sunday, it's just, I expect things are going to go well. And this is really going to start going back together. Made some good progress. I'll show you. By the way, Bella seems to be taking quite an interest in here. I'm up here and she's watching everything I'm doing, and because we're like fixing, we're fixing these things over. but, but, but I gotta show the peoples. Okay. All right, I finally got the carburetor off of it. And look, all this dirty engine. Okay, excuse my air hose. Okay, look how nice and clean that is. Under the carburetor where the gas goes in, just nice and clean. So, the inside of the engine's nice. Alright, I gotta clean this mess up. I finally got these exhaust manifolds off of here. And there is some room to work in there. And let me go over here to the other side. Watch out, Bella. Watch out, Bella. Okay, same over here. The lighting's not the best, but there's room to work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put the light over here. Oh, hi, Bella. Hi, Bella. She's here to help. Yeah. So, there it is. Carburetor's off of it. Exhaust manifold's off. Exhaust manifold's off. And I really advise not to take this job on unless you're prepared just to take everything off the top of the engine, off the front of the engine. You just really need access all around to get to everything. So it's not just taking a couple bolts out of the manifold and putting a gasket in it and putting it back on. It's basically stripping it so you can even get access to even try it. And even then you're probably going to run into, which I kind of expected to. But I'm not going to worry about it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, well, that would be great. But what has happened is, okay, now I knew this back bolt was broken off. Let me get the light up here a little bit better. Okay, you can see the one on the right. You can see that rusty bolt, broken off bolt, and the one on the left actually has healthy threads. The one on the left, that's how it's supposed to look. That one on the right, I have to drill that out. And then there's these little screw extractor to get what remains of it out. And then I have to clean it all out using the proper size tap to kind of clean out the threads. And actually I'll go through every one just to clean them out and blow them out. I got my good old air hose here. I knew in the back of my mind that this could go wrong and just turn into even a way bigger job. That if some of those bolts broke off further up in there where there wasn't any room to drill, that I might have to take this whole top of the engine off. If this whole intake manifold, which is this main piece that goes up the middle here, that the carburetor sits on, I might have to take that off so that I can take both cylinder heads off. Well, at least whichever cylinder head needed to come off, and actually take those out and get them out in the garage to where I could drill them out. And if there was same thing, if there was broken bolts all over on this one, this whole top might have to come off, and that whole gasket set to put that all back together. That's another $133. So, but I think there's a little tool. I'm gonna go, and I think I know where I can get a tool that I will have room to drill those. So it's gonna be tricky drilling some of those out. There's not a lot of room. There's no room to get a regular hand drill in there. There's not that room, but I think I know where I can get a little attachment that a little right angle attachment to where I can drill those out. So hopefully, hopefully that'll go well today. And I'm gonna go get the new exhaust manifold gaskets. And we'll see. Who did your makeup today? Did you forget to do your makeup today? There you go. Alright, I'm going to shed a little more light on this side here. Somebody had tried to... I got my tools all organized here. Kind of cleaned up yesterday a little bit. Got these organized. Going to put them away, or out of the way for now. Because I'm going to need room in here to be, to reach up in there to make this repair. I'm probably going to be, laying in here sideways and reaching up in there to do this. I don't know how comfortable of a day I'm going to have, but... the magic penetrating oil. PB blasters are really good stuff. I've used that a lot of years, but this is really good stuff. Croyle, it's about $30 a can. But let's see here. So this backside has been, well, an attempt was made to repair it, but somebody screwed up a bit, and I don't know. I'll have to really get a closer look at this. I don't know what's going on here. I might have to helicoil that. I'll have to get a closer look at it. Maybe not. I might get lucky. And these two came out, and the next two came out, and I think the ones up there, somewhere they broke off. So, but I think there's room in here that I can get that right angle drill down in there to reach up there and drill it. I've done this sort of thing before. I'm pretty good at drilling them straight and on center. So if I can get them broken ones out, we're good. Get these repaired, I'm good. See what happens. Oh yeah, and these leaky valve covers. These valve covers are gonna have to come off, clean those up, and put new gaskets on them so that they'll quit leaking all this oil all down over here. So I'll pick up those gaskets, and that's it. And while I'm right here, while I'm doing this, the spark plugs go in right here, in these holes in here. So I'll get some new spark plugs while I'm at it. Okay, I gotta show you what's going on out here real quick. Trying not to get too technical. Give the general scope of what's going on here. So if I get too technical at times, you'll get it. This is the pile of parts, okay, that is not going back on. How's it gonna ever run again with that many parts missing? Trust me. Trust me. Okay, stuff that is going back on again. Well, of course, the air cleaner. I have new hoses, but I'll keep these as spares. They're still good for emergency roadside. I'll throw them in a compartment in the RV. This big old thing's a cruise control mechanism. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But once everything's all cleaned up, I'm going to put it back on, and hopefully it'll work more reliably. Important tools. Okay. Alright. Alright. These tubes that were on the engine, where's the other one at? Alright, I gotta show you this real quick, because this would make even Tim the Toolman Taylor proud, okay? Okay, these are those tubes. I'll show you a picture of it. These are those tubes that were on the exhaust manifolds. Okay. These little fittings, and I'll plug these too. These, because these tubes are not going back on. They're so rusty. There was no way those were coming off with a wrench. So I had to get a box end wrench or a 6-point socket to get the little things, get them unscrewed from there. So I had to get the tubes out of the way to do that. Can't put a socket on something that has a tube. So I cut those off with bolt cutters. You know, you don't think of bolt cutters as a mechanic's tool, but... And then, well, I used bolt cutters on the ones I could reach. And there's a couple in the front that I couldn't reach as easy, because bolt cutters are a little bulky. I used this air hammer with a cutting tool on it. And it just goes through it like butter. I cut the rest of them off. Okay, so here's why this even happened to begin with. It's because Ford goofed. You know, I'm a Ford guy, but I can admit when they goofed. You know, but everybody has their recalls, and everybody's still making them for a reason. They're all good products, or they wouldn't be still in the market, right? So I'll give the other guys an attaboy for that. But what? These 460s are notorious for these things under a lot of heat. They bow. They want to bow like a banana. And these back ones on both sides, this one and this one, for some reason they want to pull away from the engine, and it snaps that's why that rear bolt was snapped off. And the same thing had happened here, and somebody had tried to make a repair, because this is the original gasket. It goes on here, and it's supposed to help seal that when you bolt it on. Well, this one, they'd cut it off, took that piece out, and they got a replacement gasket for this one. Okay. And then they use these, and then these are the bolts that are supposed to be in it. These are the bolts that they used. They're not even the right size. These are 3/8 bolts, and these are 5/16 bolts. And they got a bunch of washers stacked up. So I have an idea what happened there. Won't get into that, but I think I can repair that and get them back out to 3/8. So you'll get a new full gasket. And this one here too, you can see where this gasket, okay, you can see where this gasket here is completely all burned out. You know, half of it's missing. Okay. So I think that's where the main leak was, and where that one repair was attempted, had it still leaked. It wasn't a very good repair. That didn't work out like they'd hoped. Now I got to check these out for. I got to clean these up really good, just the mounting surface here, and check them, you know, the straight edge, and make sure there's no big low spots, or if they're warped or got any bad low spots, I'll have to take them over to my buddy's shop and probably remachine this surface so that it's nice. It's on a flat plane. So I'll have to get these cleaned up and inspected. I can check for warpage and low spots with these feeler gauges. Run them around a couple spots, you know, checking for low spots. Anyway, the good news is these are not cracked. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty big, because these replacement exhaust manifolds are $264 each. So, they're salvageable. And I have to replace these studs here too for where the wide pipe bolts back up. So I'll get new studs here, new nuts for on them. So this all goes together with new gaskets, new bolts. It'll seal up nice, and the Tioga will be quiet like she probably hasn't been since she was a year old. Okay, so that's the quick update with the Tioga this morning. I'm going to go out and run and get some parts and get that little attachment for drilling those screws out. I hope to have them all out today. It's going to be a little time consuming. With any luck, by this evening I'll be ready to start bolting those exhaust manifolds back on. I didn't mention the carburetor. Here it is. Here it is. Let me turn the light on. Ta-da! There's that big bad carburetor. I'll have to go get a carburetor rebuild kit for it. But that's kind of an easy given. I'm not so concerned about that right now. That's easy. That's easy work. I want to get these sooner I get these exhaust manifolds back on with new gaskets and new bolts bolted back on really good. It's all downhill from there. So I have to make a lot of progress this weekend. Hopefully, by the end of the day, Sunday. I don't know if it'll be all together and running again or where I'll be at, but we'll be well on our way of this being back together. I'm on a timeline too. Don't forget, I got waste tanks that every day get a contribution to them that will they'll eventually be full. So I want to get it running before them things get filled up, right? All right, that's it. Gonna go get some stuff today. Get back here, get back to work. I'll check in with you maybe by the end of the day or by morning. I'll give you an update how things are going. So that's it. Till next time. Be good.